I'll let you get yourselves ready to lay down. So, any support I recommend, because we're here for a little longer than a standard Shavasana, because we're going to do a short Yoganidra, that we have a little bit of support underneath the head, a little cushion, okay? Or a little folded blanket. It might be, we're not here for too long, there are other supports that we can take when we're resting in this way for longer periods of time, but I think that's okay. But often that little bit of support behind the knees is beneficial for most people. So that often allows it to feel a little easier on the lower back. But when we're here for longer periods even, we start looking at things like heel support as well. So you get yourselves ready, make sure you've got what you need. You've got eye pillows next to you here in studio if you want to use those. I'm going to just adjust the lighting situation in here. Okay. So as you lay down, as you prepare the body to again move into this practice of non-action. And what we're doing here as we choose to place the body in this position of rest, deep rest, but also in this place of a deep receptivity. We know, you know, because I know you've all practiced this before, that we just enter into an experience through a deep listening. But there is a spacious quality to our listening here, rather than the ears and the mind receiving my instruction, my voice. We feel that our whole being just simply absorbs the words, the directions, the invitations. So we may start by feeling into any last adjustments that the body might need in order to be content to enter into this practice of Yoganidra. And then as we enter into our intention for this practice to be here, to be receptive and open, we may start to notice that there are levels of release that come to our body, to the physical body. So we can feel into the body here in the room, laying on the floor, feeling the weight of our body descending. Feeling a profound stillness of our limbs and our torso and our head. Perhaps even visualizing the body here. and feeling ourselves stepping fully into the experience of lying here, to be committed to this experience, to allow all other external objects of awareness to just simply start to fall away. So we may notice the distant sounds and feel ourselves drawing into our center, those sounds fading. We may notice any energetic pull that pulls us in a direction from here. We can be aware of it and just simply, kindly guide ourselves back to being in our body here and now. And as we return to the body again and again, if we need to, we can feel into the flow of the breath moving in and out of the body with ease. All of the breath into clarity and release with every single breath. And as we feel into the breath, the soft movement of the breath, its flow and its influence through the body, we're going to allow ourselves to move around the body almost like our awareness floats into each location on the breath. And floats out of each location on the breath. So you may follow my voice. The soles of the feet, the toes, the top of the feet, the bones of the feet, the soft padding of the heels, the back of the heels, the ankles, the calves, the shin bones, the skin over the shins, the kneecaps, the back of the knees, the back of the thighs, the thigh bones, the front of the thighs, the buttocks, the pelvis, the pelvic floor, the belly, the abdominal organs, the lower spine, the lower back, the back of the rib cage, the heart and lungs, the front of the rib cage, the chest, the collarbones, the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the armpits, the upper arms, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the back of the hands, the fingers, palms of the hands, the bones of the fingers and thumbs and hands, the bones of the wrists, the forearm bones, the upper arm bones, the top of the shoulders, the back of the neck, the throat, the chin, the jaw, ears, back of the head, top of the head, forehead, eyebrows, temples, eyes, nose, sinuses, cheeks, mouth, lips, teeth, gums, tongue, the upper palate, the back of the throat, the inside of the skull, the brain, and down through the back, the neck, and down through the back of the torso, following the roots of the spine, down to the tailbone. And then back up through the front of the body, mirroring the spine from the lower belly, through the navel, up through the heart center, up through the throat, and back up into the head. The top point of the crown of the head. From here, we'll feel that we're able to flood the body with light from the crown of our heads, allowing light to filter down through the head and neck, through the arms and torso and legs, from the crown of our head. As the light reaches our feet, we'll bring a little gentle movement to our toes, a little wiggle. As the light reaches our fingers, we'll give them a little bit of movement. As the light reaches to our heart center, we'll take some slower, deeper breaths, feeling the expansion of the rib cage, the movement of the torso. And as we feel into these little movements of the body, as we feel into the flow of the breath, we'll repeat to ourselves, my Yoganidra is complete. I enter into a waking state. And then with another slower, deeper breath and maybe a little further movement, a little reaching through the limbs are going to bend the knees and bring the feet to the floor, adjusting our pelvis if we need to, finding the breath. If you are happy to roll onto both sides, we'll roll to the right side first and just pause there. And then you may roll onto your other side and pause there. Or if you're rolling to one side, roll to either side. You may then just gently bring yourselves up, maybe with a little movement, a little stretch, maybe a little pass of the hands over the body, over the limbs, a little energy bath, over the face, over the scalp, anything you need. Come and sit, and we'll close our practice together, bringing our hands to our heart, and we're going to close with 3 Oms. So we'll take a breath in to prepare. Thank you all very much. Namaste, Namovaha, reverence to you all. Thanks everyone. Thank you. Thank you everyone at home. Lovely to see you all.